Hello guys, Bizork here. Today we're going to be taking a look at how many bullets each shotgun shot shoots. Most informed individuals will say that shotgun fires 6 pellets per shot, but that is not correct. I have measured it, and I'm going to hook you guys up with the answer to this burning question right now. Now this is the code that I've written that updates the input for the game. So here we have the new on mouse down event and the new on mouse up event. And what I want to do is record the number of bullets on screen for when I click down the mouse and for when I release it. And in order to do that, what I'm going to do is just add a single line right here for console.log. And what we're going to log is we want to count the number of bullets on screen. And we could do that by doing object.keys. There might be a better way to do this, but this should be fine. All the bullets are stored in an object called rc.list. All right, just like the previous video where the crates were stored in RB. And we're going to do .length. And so we're gonna record this once when the mouse on mouse click. We're gonna do it again on mouse release, and that should give us what we're looking for. So here we are in game, and I have the debug console open in a different tab. And what I'm gonna do is just go in here, try to get away from people if I can, and just fire a few shots so I can collect some data. Now this is a little tricky because if any of these guys fire shots, it's going to skew all of my results. But I need to get as far away from these people as possible. And hopefully, like, this is a good position where there's no bullets around. And I'll just get a few samples. So I'll expend all of the bullets in my gun here. And now if we take a look at the debug console, it looks like it keeps alternating between 0 and 8, 0 and 8, 0 and 8, 0 and 8. Now these results may be surprising because if you actually take a screenshot of firing a shotgun, you'll almost never see more than 4 or 5 or maybe 6 bullets on the screen. So why is it that we're getting 8 when we look at the console? Very consistently 8, and yet only 4 or 5 or 6 bullets are being drawn to the screen at a time. So we're going to determine this very similarly to what we did before. First of all, I'm going to remove this line, and we are going to update this line right here. And I'm not going to record length, but what I want to do is get a list of all the shotgun bullets that are on screen when I push down, or when I release the mouse button. So just like we did before with the green crates, we're going to map this to rc.list at this key, and then we're going to filter. And the way that you know that you have a shotgun bullet is that shotgun is the only gun that has rectangular bullets. All of the rest of the, well, they all have rectangular bullets, but shotgun has square bullets. So all of the bullets have a width of 2. Whereas with all the other guns, they have a width of 1. So we're going to use that, and we're only going to filter for bullets where the width equals 2. And that's pretty much all we need. Alright guys, back in game, and we will run this experiment. So again, I just gotta get away from all these guys, because these guys are all gonna skew the results. Get away from me. Okay, actually, I don't think it will matter because I'm only looking at shotgun bullets anyway. But I'm going to fire a few shots here. I think that's fine. That's enough data. So we'll open the debug window and take a look at what we have here. So sure enough, we're having a bunch of arrays of 8 objects. Okay. And now I'm going to... Let's take a look at some of these shots actually in the replay so that we know what we're dealing with. So let's consider this very last shot that I put out here. It looks like there are 4 bullets on screen, but sure enough, the console is telling us that there are 10 on screen. Empirical evidence suggests that my gun probably shot off 8 shots, and somebody else, probably off screen somewhere, is also firing an additional 2 shots, which happen to be loaded. So let's take a look at this data then, and I wonder if I could just go into console view. Oh, this is better. Okay, so this was the first shot, and here's the final shot that I recorded. Now there should be 2 outliers, and it looks like there is. This one and this one look like they are different from all the rest of the numbers, significantly different. So these must be the outliers. These are probably stray bullets from other guns that are off screen. The rest of the 8 shots are most likely all from my gun. Oh, and one thing that I forgot to mention is that I have also added a start X and a start Y, which was not part of the vanilla game. And I just did that for debugging purposes while I was building my patch. But you can also tell that most of these bullets have all originated from similar coordinates. And then the 2 outliers also have different coordinates. So they're being shot from a different location. Okay, let's crack some of these open. Now I want you to take a look at this. This variable right here, this field, indicates the speed of the bullets. The speed vector is 6 in the X direction and -7 in the Y direction. If we go down here, we'll take a look at a few other bullets. We have 5 and -7, right here. We have 5 and -7. So these bullets originated from very similar positions, right? So 114.6, 114.6, 4062.5, 4062.5. They started from the same place, and yet they have the exact same speed, right? And they have the exact same angle. So these bullets are overlapping each other completely. And I think I know why this is happening. Gats.io uses a connection protocol scheme called WebSocket in order to have near instantaneous communication between the game and the servers. And now, obviously, with shotgun bullets, there's a lot of randomness to where the trajectory of the bullets. Not just shotgun, but for every gun. And let me show you what a random number looks like in JavaScript, at least. But pretty much in any programming language. The way you get a random number is math.random. So as you can see, this is a very long string of decimals. And when you're dealing with a protocol like WebSockets, you want to be able to send large messages to thousands of connected clients. Maybe thousands or tens of thousands of messages are being transmitted per second. And sending a big long string of numbers like this takes up a lot of bandwidth. So quite ingeniously, what the developer did is truncated these numbers down into a single digit and is just sending that 1 digit for speed in order to reduce the number of bytes that get sent per update. So it seems very clever, but I haven't measured this. It could also be a mistake. It is also possible that because of the lack of precision, more updates are going to be required from the server in order to compensate. And you can also get some weird problems like inconsistencies between client and server and all kinds of other things. So I'm kind of on the fence about this one, but I'll give the developer the benefit of the doubt, and it is a very clever trick. But as a result of this, you're getting something called quantization error. Quantization error is basically like a rounding error. Now I've gone over the results for each bullet, and what I found is that for X speed there were 2 values, 5 and 6, and for Y speed there were 3 different values in this data set, -5, -6, and -7. So how many combinations are there? Well, in this case there are 2 options for X and 3 options for Y. 2 times 3 is 6. That's the reason everyone thinks that shotgun shoots 6 pellets. Pack it up, boys. Mystery solved. Case closed. Share this with your friends and subscribe for more Berserk.